Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tia and I do mostly synthetic wig related content here, but today we're doing something a little bit different. If you have watched my channel at all, then you know that I do a lot of different things with my brows. I have a full playlist of different brow tutorials with different types of techniques. I have very sparse brows. So currently this is the way that I'm doing my brows, so I thought that I would do a tutorial because I don't have a tutorial up on this specific technique. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how I got the brows that you are seeing, and all of the products and everything will be listed below. And yeah, let's just get to the step-by-step tutorial. Okay, let's get to it. All right, so currently I'm going to start with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. You can also use the LA Girl micro brow pencil. It's basically the knockoff of this. I only had this because it was like on one of those like Sephora or whatever, buy one get one. So I'm going to start with the shade Auburn just because I don't want it too dark and I just want to do more of an outline. I'm going to go, I start underneath because, you know, just in general, you can have different brows that are different shapes, or they're in different places. So what I'm going to do is this brow sits a little bit lower than this one, and this one's more sparse. So for this side, what I normally do is I start underneath here, and this is really where the underneath part of where both my brows I want to be. So I'm just going to create a line on the bottom part of where my brow is naturally going to be, and I'm going to bring it up through where I want the tail, and I'm just going to do, I just do a tiny tail. Now I used to do this whole huge arch and over here, but I don't do that. Hi, kitten. She don't care about anything. She literally does not care. And so I'm just creating that tail, and I'm doing it high because I want to pull my eye up, okay? And so now you see how different this looks, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I actually pull from right at the bottom, and then I have to sort of create the space in here because there's, you know, I don't have a lot of natural brow right there on this side. And then I'm going to do the same thing and just create a small tail. I do this bottom part over here, and I go back and forth so that I can get them as even as possible. You know, your eyes aren't even, but as even as possible. I can look in the mirror and see. All right, so then now this, you can see, is much fuller than this one. So I'm just going to pull and use this micro brow pencil just to come along the top and meet this tail here. And then this is like the outline. And then on this side, I have to add, I'll have to fill in much more. But this is kind of how I'm doing it these days. You can see I have this arched up a little bit higher, so we're just going to add a little bit of an arch on this side. With these micro pencils, no matter if it's like an eyeliner or whatever, just make sure, like, don't have it up so high. Like, you're gonna put it up just a little bit, and you might have to just keep twisting it up. If not, they want to break off because they're soft. All right, so then I'm done with that. So then I'm actually going to take my favorite in the world, which is the Precisely My Brow by Benefit. Benefit are my favorite products. I've never moved on from them. I don't see that I will. I'm going to take the spoolie and just spoolie that up like this. I'm just going to do like strokes just to fill in where I'm sort of missing. I'm not trying to do a full bushy situation, so I'm just trying to fill in just so they look filled in. And this side, you see, needs much more than the other side. And this is, if I didn't say, is the color number 3. So now I've filled in. So now I'm just going to take the Goof Proof, and this is in the color 3.5, which I prefer 3, but I don't have it right in front of me, I don't think. I don't have it right in front of me. So I'm just going to, and this is like sort of a bigger, like a thicker little situation. And all I'm going to do is now I'm just going to take it and just thicken up this a little bit. And only in the sections where it needs it. I turn it on the side because it's on an angle. I turn it on the side to get the sharp edge where I want it. And then I turn it flat just to do like a fill-in. Yeah, and it made it a little darker than I want. I'm going to set it with powder and it'll lighten it up a little bit. And you see there's a little weirdness in the front. Don't worry about that because I'm actually going to put a little strokes. I'm going to put some strokes in there. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with that. Then I'm going to take I use one or the other. This is the Urban Decay Micro Blade, which again is a little bit more expensive, but I get it on those sort of 21 Days of Beauty or whatever. But this is the same thing. This is the ColourPop Feather Effect Brow Pen. This is a little bit, you know, lower in price. This color is medium brown, and it's like a pen. And all I'm doing is creating strokes right in the front because it gives it like a brow situation right in the front. And you'll see what I'm talking about. And I only do that in the front. And then I'm going to set it with the powder. So it doesn't matter that I overdrew a little bit because I'm actually going to draw over top of it with this pen. And I just do it in the front of my brow. I don't do it in the rest. This is just my current brow routine, what I'm liking. Like I said, I have a whole playlist because I've done all types of different types of brows. Alright, and then now I'm going to set it with powder. So I use my favorite brush for that is from Flower Beauty. I think this was meant to be an eyeliner brush, but it's like, I love the ergonomics of it and everything. And my favorite powders are from Profusion. I have multiple different types of these. I'm obsessed with them. They're very inexpensive. You can get Profusion at like, I think Ulta, but Target, Walmart. You can see it's very well loved. You can also get this at like TJ Maxx and things like that. It's brow powder, so who cares? So I'm going to go in and mix the soft brown and the medium brown together. Tap it off. And then I'm just going to go in and basically set this with the powder. And also it kind of smooths these strokes so that it looks a little uniform with the rest of it. And then it's set. And then the last thing I'm going to do is use my Benefit 24-hour brow setter. I've used this for like 1,000 years. Every single brow thing you've probably ever seen me do, I've had this. It has where it has spokes and then it has like a flat edge and knot. So I'm going to use the combs to sort of comb up my natural hair up into what I've just done to keep it set. And then I use a flat edge to set all of the powders and pencils and things that I used and to set down. And it lasts pretty long. So that's my new brow routine. Alright, so now you see the step-by-step tutorial. If you want more brow tutorials, they are linked down for you below. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you have, thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!